The daily grind is here. The Bucks won the cup this year. Thank you, Wayno. Welcome to the daily grind. I am your host, Luke Hatmaker, and you got three little drummer boys with you today. I don't know about that. I got both the two Bucks with me. I got Uncle Buck and I got Rusty. How we doing, fellas?
What up?
Happy Wednesday. It's rainy and gross here in Memphis, so I'm glad I'm inside and grinding here.
Yeah. Did like literally 5 minutes before I came on, it just like it's pitch black outside now and it's raining.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
I woke up at 6 to thunder and lightning galore. I got worried about our resident Power Ranger there, hoping they have power in Tippah County, that he ain't got to run out and morph and all the things.
Oh no. We're built to last here in Mississippi.
I've been to Tippah County. Ain't nothing built to last there.
Oh God, I love it. I feel like shots were fired at Tippah County. I love you, Tippah County. If you're watching,
love them. Great people. Great people.
Shots will be fired if y'all ever come into this place again.
Oh God.
Probably. And I come to Ripley often, so I might have just gotten in trouble.
You're there a lot. Yep. Well, let's get back on track. I don't want anybody to get in trouble. The Grizzlies did not play basketball last night, but there was still a good outcome for me. I mean, anytime the Thunder get beat on the spotlight, I get on a big stage, I'm pretty happy because I'm a petty man. But the Milwaukee Bucks won in the NBA Cup. They are the NBA Cup champions. They won in the NBA Cup final. The score was pretty, 97-81.
Blue Mountain, Tippah County repping. Let's go. My brother went to school at Blue Mountain, so let's go.
That's awesome. Shout out, dude. I didn't even see that. Shout out. That's awesome.
Let's go. Blue Mountain love. But yeah, man, the great value Grizzlies got beat last night, man. Like what a great embarrassment. SGA went 8 for 21 from the field last night, got shot 33%. And I love to watch him struggle when he can't get to the free throw line and stat pad.
It's exactly what we talked about yesterday. It's exactly what we talked about yesterday. We were like, if this ends up being a ticky-tacky game where they let SGA do that, play that kind of game, it's going to be not going to be fun. But instead, the Bucks
4 free throws. That's all he shot. 4 free throws. Giannis shot 11, but 4 free throws for SGA. I love it.
They only shot 22 as a team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Listen, like I've said 1,000 times in the NBA, a lot of times you can look at one stat and determine if the team is successful or not. And they shot 5 of 32 from 3, a whopping 15.5% in a championship game. And so, you're just not going to win that game. Never. I mean, the fact that they were in it early, like I got it on about halftime, and it was, a 6 to 8 point game, and they're like, Oklahoma City just hit their third 3-pointer. I was like, this is a game? This is ridiculous. They have no business being in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and then you have, it does help if you're the Bucks and you have Giannis and Dame combining for what, 49?
Yeah.
Which that's what was going to happen. That's how this Bucks team was going to beat this Thunder team. To see all the praise that's been heaped on this Thunder team, prematurely or otherwise, just to see them, I don't know, you don't want to say falter, but just to see that they may not be quite ready for that moment.
This is it. Giannis with a triple-double last night, 26, 19, and 10. He was the best player on the court, looked like the best player in the world. Like, Giannis got absolutely everything he wanted last night, and you love to see it. I mean, they have struggled mightily. The Bucks have not been great this year. Giannis has been steadily getting better, got them back on track, and they flexed as the only game last night for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Giannis is probably the MVP right now, but only for one reason, and that's Jokic fatigue, because there's no reason why. Nikola Jokic's having the best season of his career, and they've already given Joel Embiid one of Jokic's MVPs, so they may give Giannis one of them this year too, just because of Jokic fatigue. But listen, the Bucks have come around. When they came to Memphis and played earlier in the season, it was doom and gloom. Everybody was bad. Doc Rivers was going to be the second head coach fired 10 games into the season in 2 years for the Bucks. And it was just bad news. But what you found out is that, when you've got Dame and you've got Giannis and they're bought in, and they just figure it out. And dang it, how I wish I could get somebody like Gary Trent Jr. Like, and it seems like guys like Gary Trent Jr. and Norm Powell, who are like always been like these fringe kind of, oh, maybe the Grizzlies are traded for them. They both have had career years this year.
Yeah, they're both playing quite well. I mean, they're both playing in their optimal role as well. Question for you: do you think both you guys? Do you think last night hurt SGA? I mean, if you were to ask me, I would say this hurt SGA's MVP attempts and helped Giannis. Like, I mean, if it's head to head like that, this was a big moment for SGA to do something. Like, I think it was might have been Verno yesterday that I was listening to, where he was talking about how people don't know really who SGA is. Like, he's not a recognizable guy. Basketball fans know him, and it's like winning last night might have been a feather in his cap of just making him a more memorable face to people.
I tend to agree with that, because Oklahoma City, like, they still haven't played a Christmas Day game yet. You talk about like marquee, name on the marquee, despite their 1 seed in the West last year and their current 1 seed in the West this year, they're not getting those marquee games. They're not getting their name in the lights, and SGA just doesn't do anything to go viral other than just have stats. And if you want to just look at raw stats, then yeah, but no, that doesn't make you go viral. And he had the opportunity to slay a dragon. Giannis, Shea, and Jokic are the 3 dudes that are in the MVP talk right now. I don't even think there's a 4th and a 5th option right now. And Giannis is in the East, Shea's in the West. They don't play each other, but twice a year. And so you had a chance where the NBA had 1 game on TV, on national television, all eyes, and you laid a clunker. Now, it's not going to matter. Nobody's going to think about this game when they start voting for MVP. But if it's a dead heat, like head to head, could matter maybe.
And especially because you had a chance to highlight what SGA could do. Like you said, he doesn't do anything to go viral. Half his points typically come from free throws. You know, when you have 32 points and you've made 15 free throws, like it loses some of its luster. And so you had a chance last night. And yeah, absolutely hard to like plays that like SGA and Luka, James Harden are 3 of my least favorite people to watch play basketball. And it was fun to watch him swallow the whistle last night and let him, let the game be played. And then, if they go back to that in the regular season, then it'll be a different story. They won't. SGA will start getting those superstar calls again, which is a bummer, but it was fun last night.
Yeah, it definitely was fun to watch. I do want to shout out Daniel. Shout out Daniel for hopping in here with us in the morning too. The Thunder were definitely hurt by size, the size the Bucks have. I'm excited. The Grizz have size. We got some big boys on this team. I'm excited. I'm just ready to play this Thunder team. I'm really ready to just play them. I don't know how else to say it. Like, seeing this Thunder team, seeing them play this season, it's got me look at my chomps. I really want to play them. I want to see how we match up, and I want to see what we can do.
That's a game that Zach Edey can influence, with his size and his ability in the paint. Hartenstein is a good post player. He's one that I wanted, but Edey's going to give him problems. Like, that's going to be a guy that Hartenstein struggles with. Caruso struggled last night with size. Like, he's an all-world defender, but he just he played 24 minutes and didn't make a single field goal. Like, he struggled last night. The Bucks kind of got around him a little bit on offense. And so I think our size is really going to help with that Thunder matchup. And I'm like you, man, I am so ready to just punk these dudes and just
pop them,
reestablish like who the West really goes through.
Yeah, Go ahead, Uncle Buck. I'm
100%. Like, I'm not like I want to beat them. I feel like Grizzlies fans are becoming very obsessed with Oklahoma City, and so I want to be the guy that doesn't give them the time of day until they deserve it. I guess I'm being a little petty a different way, because listen, there's a reason to be upset. Like, the whole thing started when they started doing the mob walk-off interviews, that the Grizzlies do. And it was just like, dude, that's kind of our thing. But then we went away and got injured for 82 games. And so we just fell out of the consciousness, and they just, while the parents were away, the kids just went and threw a party and stole everything that we did. But it's like, I just want to beat them at basketball. I get more aggravated with like just the constant. Oh my goodness, this is the best team ever. Like, nah, they're really not.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm just tired of hearing that.
Yeah.
Just want to see them eat a little bit of humble pie. That's it.
There's a lot of holes in this team, and we saw it last night. There's a lot. They still have a long way to go. Yeah, they were like we were 3 years ago, 2 seed in the West, about losing in the first round to the Lakers. Like they're that good team. They're regular season good, but you hadn't done anything yet. No, you haven't earned these stripes. So I want to play them. I want to go head to head. I want to see where we line up with them with our size, and I want to beat these punks.
Yeah, yep.
I hate to be that guy, but we've won the same amount of series they have.
I saw that look on your face when I said it. Hush your face, man. Quit being that guy.
We're not talking about.
Can we take him on stage? Phil Crumudgeon.
Yeah, we're not gonna. You know what? We're not going to talk about him anymore. Is what we're going to do. No, we're going to go the opposite direction. We'll go from talking about number 1 in the West to a team that is so bad right now. God love them. The New Orleans Pelicans. Over the weekend, sounds like they're just having a fire sale. Just everything must go. It's Mark Stein reported. Let me get the exact quote here. Mark Stein reported. It's so funny. While naturally resistant to trade inquiries for their younger gems, Herb Jones, rookie Yves Missy, and Trey Murphy. Word is that the Pelicans are essentially open to trade pitches for pretty much anyone else on the roster apart from those 3. That's
definition of blowing it up.
That's so funny.
It's like, and that was the GM got on the phone, and this was like the equivalent of being like, "Hey, does anybody know this phone works? Ain't nobody been calling me. Like, I just want you to know we're open. Like, hey, I know the sign on the door is broke, but we open."
Pretty much everyone else. He's like, I don't even care. It just everyone else. Just everyone.
And we're not even a season removed from New Orleans Twitter and Pelicans fans talking crazy about the Grizzlies last season. And then John Morant comes back for 6 games and beats New Orleans in 2 of them. And then now it's all of a sudden it's a fire sale. Everybody got to go. It's like Oprah. You get a Pelican, you get a Pelican, you get a Pelican.
Yeah, I don't know what sound Pelicans make, but like that's what it feels like. Do you even want a Pelican? Let's start there. Like, which one of these Pelicans, like Zion, B.I., McCollum, do you want any of these boys?
The only one that I would truly want, they have marked as do not ask about Herb Jones. But I mean, I think all they're doing, even then, like, Trey Murphy, even then, like, I think you could probably get them. That's just basically saying, hey, our price is going to be really high for these guys.
Yes.
I don't really like Zion doesn't fit what we're trying to do. Like, especially with our medical staff, Zion would never play a single minute with all his injuries and bumps and bruises. And I hit my elbow and now I have a protuberance, as Michael Scott once said. Like, there's nothing that's going to get Zion on the court in Memphis for sure. So I'm out on Zion for sure.
Yeah. I don't want him.
I'm kind of the same way, just because I don't want to deal with like the constant everyday Grizz PR. Like, oh, how's he doing today? Well, no, he's still not playing. Okay.
Yeah. We'll reevaluate in 4 to 6 weeks for the next 10 years.
I'm okay with just like skipping out on that heartache. Although,
no doubt.
if you can get healthy Zion, good Lord. I mean, he's a top 5 player in the NBA. But
when have we seen? We haven't seen him healthy since he blew that shoe out at Duke. That's the last time we saw a fully healthy Zion.
Has there ever been a player that you've been able to talk yourself into more than Zion? Like in terms of on paper?
No. Well, he's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. Like, if we sit here long enough, we will probably, the 3 of us could talk ourselves into this trade. So I would be really careful.
Like, how about, I don't know, 1 first from 2036 and John Conchar. Will that get me? Like, at that point, you can just take your time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, do you think he goes anywhere? Like, who would trade for Zion at this point?
Oh, somebody would.
Someone is going to do what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's always wanted to be a Knick, like a big market team. Like, listen, the problem with Zion is that he's just got, and listen, maybe the physical therapist should speak on it, but like, the dude should just, it's not human-like to be able to do what he does. Like, I know he should probably be in better shape, but good Lord, 280-pound dude that can jump like that just isn't going to hold up. I wouldn't.
It's a similar thing with Desmond Bain. What we see with Desmond Bain. Desmond Bain is so muscle bound that he's going to have muscle issues because he's built like a running back playing basketball. Well, you have a right tackle that plays post, and as fun as Baby Zebo was for NC State, as Big Baby Davis was back in the day, like these big guys don't last. Shaquille O'Neal is one of the few exceptions that has a long, healthy NBA career when you're a plus size or a high calorie individual, as some people may call them. But Zion's just too big, man. He needs to go. He should have played right tackle for the Saints instead of post for the Pelicans. Somebody's going to take a play. Like there are, like we're having this conversation here on our show. I guarantee you that there are boardrooms in NBA stadiums this week that are sitting there going, guys, what about Zion?
We can fix him.
We can fix him. He's the ultimate red flag. He's a walking red flag. Look, I get it. He's all into porn stars. He can't stay healthy. He can't stay off social media and get these ugly back tattoos, but we can fix him.
Yeah.
You know what? More power to him if they think they can. The other two out of their big three, I mean, I don't know.
McCallum is destined for a Ray Allen type role, but not as good, right? Just go stand in the corner and shoot threes, which, maybe that's what we need. I like CJ McCallum. His shot, he's older, and so I don't know where he would really fit, but like a corner three guy, like Ray Allen at the twilight of his career, that's where he's going to head.
I think he's probably the most likely of the three to get moved because I think a lot of people would want him.
They need shooting.
Yes, they need shooting, and he does bring he brings leadership to our roster,
I mean, Trey Murphy and Herb Jones are obviously the big ticket items that you would want. And that's the reason why that tweet came with a caveat. I've always loved Alvarado because I love a troll.
Yeah.
He has no spot on the team, but it's like, if there was this massive team, 3 or 4 team trade that we ended up with what we wanted and Jose Alvarado, I'd be like, okay.
I mean, he's like, because listen, we've always had heels. We had Matt Barnes for a while, Dylan Brooks. Give us Jose Alvarado. Like, it fits the mold.
Dylan Brooks. Yeah.
That's it. And he'll go hide by the scores table. He'll go hide by the scores table like Dobby the free elf and just be like,
oh, God. I didn't even think about Alvarado. Now you got me thinking. After Zion, the most talented. Trey Jemison, get out of here. Outside of Zion, out of all these guys, arguably the most talented that they're willing to trade is probably Brandon Ingram. I just think that Brandon Ingram has proven that I don't want him, and he's like he wants way too much money. It's clear that nobody wants to pay him, and it's like I don't want to do any of that.
He's already come out and said that he wants the Supermax deal. He's taking max money. He doesn't want to win. Why would we want to take a rental on somebody that's going to be expensive this year only to not sign him in the offseason? No,
which is really a bummer because he dude can hoop.
If he could fit in, get with the system, I get it. But there's just I would not think it's a slam dunk. I mean, we've just seen this team struggle for so long in a half-court offense, and you can't tell me that dude can't get to a elbow jumper whenever he wants, as a breaking case for emergency half-court offense. But I'd be too scared that it negatively affects everybody else.
He's too much of a ball. He's a worse ball stop than Gigi. Right. Like, he does not pass the ball. Like, once 14 gets the ball, it's over.
Yep.
That's my point. That's my hesitation.
Yep. I completely agree with you. It's someone that I don't even get close to talking myself into that one because it's like, if he could fit, but it's just like everything that he does just doesn't really.
He's only played losing
basketball, and we don't need that.
Yep. Nope. Completely agree.
About 10 minutes ago, about 30 minutes ago now, it was released that the Nets and Nuggets have had exploratory talks around a potential trade featuring Michael Porter Jr. and Cam Johnson. Denver would also be trying to acquire another wing on Brooklyn's roster, the same deal, either DFS or Bogdanovich. So it looks like the Nuggets and the Nets are having some pretty advanced conversations around Cam Johnson.
Who was it that was reported to the Nuggets really wanted?
I did see something about that yesterday, but I know Cam Johnson started.
They were talking about how it would rub with Michael Porter Jr. So this makes sense. I just can't remember who
it was.
The good player was.
Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler.
I don't think so.
Anything that did if Denver gets
Zach
better,
LaVine, that's who it was. It was Zach LaVine.
That's it.
Shout out to Wayno. It was Zach LaVine that they were talking about yesterday.
Yeah, so if you say you fix the Levine Michael Porter Jr. problem by shipping off Porter Jr. and getting back DFS, like that makes a lot of sense because nobody in Denver can shoot.
Man, that's interesting to hear that because it does. If Denver wanted to get better, it was going to have to. It looks like they were going to have to get rid of Michael Porter Jr. I just didn't know if they were going to be willing to do it. And
I mean, Brooklyn wants interesting young prospects, and Michael Porter Jr. is finally over his health issues with his back and everything, and seems to be taking that next step. Like he's heading in the right direction. But long and short of it, like there's a lot of smoke going around right now that teams are looking to trade. I think we're going to have a very fun, interesting trade deadline that the Memphis Grizzlies are heavily involved in, not with Jonas Valanciunas. Like it looks like that was just kind of not even a real thing. There was mild interest about Kyle Kuzma, but that fell apart. Memphis we're going to do something, but I just don't know what it is.
Yeah, it seems like it's like you said, there's too much smoke about everywhere you look right now. It feels like something's going to happen. I just hope it's not the Rinky Dink one.
I was about to say, with the Pelicans, and this is the last thing I want to say about it, but with the Pelicans, it's a business thing, right? Like we could acquire them for sure. Like we could acquire the players from the Pelicans, or we could just starve them out and just watch them falter. Like why would we want to go, cherry pick off the team that we own?
Yeah, it's just let them die on the vine, which is diabolical. It's kind of what Mississippi State is currently doing right now.
You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to
enjoy my coffee.
But we were having a good morning and talking about Zion.
Oh, we can't have nice things, man.
Yeah. You know what? We're gonna take a break. We're gonna let you guys hash out your feelings, and then when we get back, we're gonna draft some movies. We're gonna draft some Christmas movies because you ruined it. You ruined it, Uncle Buck. We'll be right back.
Jonte Porter gets traded to jail the same day Michael Porter Jr. gets traded to
Brooklyn, which is essentially the same thing.
They both get sentenced today.
Our condolences to the Porter family. We're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back, y'all, right after this.
I think Zach Edey played well. He got his fouls in. He got them in for sure. But we saw some flashes of really what he can do. Whether that's setting screens or just blocking shots or just making guys change their mind about shots. So just affecting the quality of shots that guys were getting in the game. We saw that a lot. They gotta use him though, man. They gotta be able to find him a little bit.
I was about to say they especially the whole first quarter. It was like because I think that lob that y'all had him, that was his first points of the game. So it was like the whole first quarter I did peep that. It was like I see everybody else attempting 5+ shots.
Right.
Y'all gotta find a way to give Zach Edey something like at some point. Everything was running well last night, right? The offense was flowing well. It's gonna come a stretch of time where they're gonna be stagnant, and at that time, that's when I expect them. Okay, hey, let's run the post play to Zach Edey.
Tune in to the Anthony Sane Show Wednesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. weekly on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
This is a question I don't know if you've ever been asked. Was there anyone you ever wanted to dunk on? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm glad you haven't getting a big kick out of that one. I'm glad you've been waiting all day for that. Waiting all day to get that little jokey joke in. Oh, you got a joke. But yeah, I always wanted to dunk in the game. That's what I wanted to do. And it didn't have to be on anybody. I wanted it to be off of a missed shot, like on an offensive rebound, so that everyone's around or in the vicinity when it happened.
Did you ever dunk in practice and get overly excited?
Yes. and everybody be like, well, are you going to do it in a game? I'm like, no.
Tune in to the Night Court podcast with your hosts, Rob Fisher and Brevin Knight, on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Welcome back to the Daily Grind. And those are 2 preseason commercials, but we're not talking about preseason on these shows anymore. You can catch all the shows talking about up-to-date stuff, I promise. We got the Night Court podcast. We got the Anthony Sane show that is every Wednesday and every Friday at noon. We've got the $2 Sports Show. They go live. These two dudes right here every Tuesday and Thursday at noon. We got the Grizz 901 live post-game show, which will be after every game that happens during the week. Grizz After Hours happens after that. We got No Bluffing on Mondays. We got a whole mess of stuff, guys. And all that's over at bluffcitymedia.co. Which brings us to our show where we're going to draft stuff, because on Wednesdays we draft stuff, and I've been looking forward to this. We're going to draft Christmas movies. Draft day, not the movie. Draft day, not the movie. Draft day, not the movie. We're just going to draft Christmas movies. I've been looking there's so many good Christmas movies. I've been like, if we wanted to, I feel like we could. We talked about all the Hallmark Christmas movies yesterday. We could go 10 deep if we wanted to. We're going to just go 5. And I still think that's pretty good. But where's my hat? Okay. All right.
This is a big name.
Big.
Here.
This is. I think Uncle Buck and I are gunning for the same one.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, Uncle Buck.
Now we're even.
And then it's you, Rusty, and then
Sorry, Luke.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, well, I'll start this off with not just the greatest Christmas movie of all time, but the greatest movie of all time. Christmas Vacation.
Yeah. Yep. Fair.
I mean, it's too easy.
That's one of one. That's holiday tradition.
Number 1 on my big board.
All right. There's so many options here now. Like number 2, there's just depends on where you lie. Like there's so many good options where you could go here. I'm gonna go Home Alone. I think it's one of the top Christmas movies. It's great. It's funny. Home Alone.
Okay. That's I get the okay. This is perfect for me. I don't even have to stress. I'm gonna get the Muppet Christmas Carol for my first pick, one of my favorites, and then I'm gonna get Elf. Sorry,
Elf's fine.
What?
It's fine. I like it, but it's not like one of my favorite Christmas movies ever. It's fine. I'll watch it. I know, hot take. I don't love Elf. It's good, but I don't love it.
I'm guessing my pick now, but I
get another pick now, which is awesome.
I know.
So I'm going the Santa Claus with Tim Allen again. Kind of worked out. I didn't get Christmas Vacation, but this works out for me.
Okay.
I love the Santa Claus. I was trying to write this list down on my iPad, but I'm not doing that.
I'm taking notes.
Too distracted.
I'm taking notes.
All right. So that one hurt. That one hurt a lot. So my list is going down quickly. So I'm just going to take my next favorite one, and that is Four Christmases. Vince Vaughn is great.
Four Christmas is great.
Sticking with yesterday's themes of the rom-com, Vince Vaughn is great. And Reese Witherspoon is great, and it's got Tim McGraw playing a redneck uncle.
Jon Favreau's great in it too, as the brother. It's great. The movie's awesome. When he's up there doing the nativity scene with Reese Witherspoon and she's throwing up, that's one of the funniest. It's one of the funniest scenes. It's so good.
It's chaos. It's just chaos.
The whole movie. Yeah.
It's so good.
So next I will go. I'm trying to stack this right and trying to maybe pick one that won't come back to me. I'm gonna go Jingle All the Way. Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger playing the deadbeat dad. That can't get home from work, which is the subtext to 50 different Christmas movies is the dad that works too much.
Yep.
But
Santa
Arnold
Claus,
Schwarzenegger is the best dad that works too much.
I love that movie.
And Sinbad's
my
a
next
psychopath.
I got eyes like a snake in the elevator. I love that.
Ciao, baby. He's crazy.
I freaking love that movie, man.
He pushed
Dang,
the
that
kid
was
off
my
the
next
building.
pick. Yeah. So that leaves my other next one. It's nostalgic for me. It's one of my favorite Christmas movies. It's the claymation Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with Yukon Cornelius and the Bumble. Yeah.
Yep.
Dang.
Okay. So I'm gonna do Christmas Story. I get 2, right? I'm gonna do Christmas. A lot of people feel that's nostalgic pick for me. I know it's a little
Yeah.
watch it every day, every Christmas. And then I'm gonna do How the Grinch Stole Christmas. The Grinch. The Jim Carrey
Which one?
Jim
Jim
Carrey.
Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
No,
Got him.
my list is empty. I'm spiraling.
I'm spiraling. What do I do now? Where do I go? What's next?
Okay, Rusty. Dang it!
I know. I'm
'Cause
trying.
I don't want the Dr. Seuss The Grinch, the animated. I wanted Jim Carrey's The Grinch.
Sorry.
So this is a niche pick, and I own that. So a lot of people probably don't even know, but it's one of my favorite movies. I love Sam Elliott. Anything Sam Elliott's in is great.
Yeah.
There's a movie called Prancer where him and his daughter find an injured reindeer, and she's like, "It's Prancer," and he's like, "No, it's not." Drinks his coffee, real gruff. Prancer, what a great movie. It's 1989. Sam Elliott. That's a solid Christmas. Again, it's a niche pick. I get it, but hey, this is for me, not for y'all. I'm picking Prancer.
Prancer's good.
All right. The only one I have on my list is Polar Express.
I watched Polar Express yesterday.
It's a solid movie. So although I pretty much wholly disagree with the idea that this is a Christmas movie, I'm taking Die Hard.
You son of a! I thought I could wait and take it with my last pick.
No, but I really thought it was going to be like the second. Like this is draft value for me. I thought it was going to be on principle. I was not going to take this in my first few picks because I don't believe this is a Christmas movie. It came out in June. Okay, in theaters. Like it's set at an office Christmas party, but I'm not really sure why. But because y'all let me get it in the fourth round, I'll take Die Hard.
I mean, and
I have no other options.
It's fine. Like it's not a Christmas movie. I know it's super cool and trendy to be like, Die Hard's a Christmas movie. So is Batman Returns. It's set at Christmas. Like Harry Potter. Like there's a million things that are set at Christmas. They're not even Christmas movies.
The Batman Returns one is a good one. That one is set at Christmas, and it is not a Christmas movie.
Not a Christmas movie, but it's set at Christmas. So my last pick, I'm staying nostalgic. I love this is like my childhood. I love the Charlie Brown Christmas with the little dink tree and all them. Give me Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yep, good pick. I my draft worked out well. I'm taking Gremlins with my last pick.
Mm-hmm.
Another one that people might not consider a Christmas movie. I consider it a Christmas movie. I feel good about this.
Did I take 5?
You did. Christmas Vacation. So here's our 5. I got it right here. Luke, I'll send them to you if you want to post them on the Twitter.
Yeah.
Drew has Christmas Vacation, 4 Christmases, Jingle All the Way, Polar Express, and Die Hard.
Oh, I totally missed one.
My 5, Home Alone, The Santa Claus, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the claymation one, Prancer, and Charlie Brown Christmas. Luke has The Muppet Christmas Carol, Elf, Christmas Story, Jim Carrey's Grinch, and Gremlins.
My list dominated yours.
This
is another blowout win for Uncle Buck. The hits keep on coming. And I totally skipped over my list. One of my favorites because it reminds me of my dad. And my dad and Tim Allen, I think, are a lot of the same person. Christmas with the Cranks.
With the Cranks. That was on my list. I almost took it. I just
read over it. And that was the one I was like, oh, I'm going to save till later. And then when I got to it later, I was like, I have nothing left. So
that movie's awesome. Love Actually didn't get picked either. We left a couple on the board. You think you won. That's so cute.
Put that on Twitter.
I sent it to Luke. If you can decipher my handwriting, we will see that Buckets dominated this week.
The public will decide.
You're right. They will. And I want a written apology.
From both from Santa Claus. From Santa Claus, you want to
get him off this stage, man. Come on.
That's gonna do it for our show today, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hanging out and having fun with us. Talking about Christmas movies. We will be back.
Christmas is a different. That's a different holiday.
Diabolical.
Wayno, why are you doing that to us? That's gonna do it for our show today. We'll be back tomorrow. Everybody have a good day today. Stay safe if you're out in this rain. Hope everybody has power. We're going to leave you with anything today with these 2 things. Remember to be a little weird, just a little bit. And remember to smile like that, like Uncle Buck. See you guys. We'll be back tomorrow.